Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday morning, everyone. It's going to be quite a day today. First off, I have to give a shout out to Amani Polly. She's my producer, my right hand. She is just like the bomb all over the place, taking care of our broadcast day. People's always listen. I know nothing. It's the people behind the scenes that make everything happen. So, Amani, shout out to you today for all that you do and making things sing today. Um, Coming into town, we're located, downtown Columbia, and coming to the town today, the haze over the city, it looked like the Serengeti. I mean, you could sort of tell it was like, oh man, it's going to be a hot day today, and it is. So let's start off by talking about two things. We have the heat and the chance of severe weather today all across the state. The heat's the big issue. This map shows the heat advisory that's really in effect for all counties to the south and maybe towards sneaking up here near the Savannah River, and then all towards the PD and low country for temperatures that will be very hot. We'll talk about that. Not so much towards the upstate. Still going to be hot, but not nearly as oppressive as it's going to be today. And I had someone send me an email. I believe Eric sent me an email. He runs a Taekwondo class in Newberry and said, Tim, I want to take the kids to the splash pad today. And is it a good day to do that? Because of the heat, I'm sort of concerned about that. I said, hey, listen, that's the best place to be is a splash pad today. However, caveat is that make sure the kids are hydrated. You know, even if you're going to the pool, you're taking kids at the pool, you can still be dehydrated. Just because you're around water or in water doesn't mean you can't be dehydrated. Dehydration has nothing to do with that. You want to make sure that the kids stay hydrated. So make sure they're drinking water, Gatorade, whatever the case may be, to get those electrolytes going. And make sure you take care of yourself, because oftentimes we take care of others, but we don't think about ourselves. And my job is to get on you so you take care of you. Right, so I'm looking out for you. So the heat's the real big issue today. Let me put my glasses on, or I can't see anything. Let's take a look at this. This is a heat advisory. This is for the low country. And I'm going to sort of make this a little bigger here so you can see it. This takes us into Allendale, Walterboro, Charleston, Somerville, Moncks Corner, down to Beaufort, Hilton Head, and of course all parts of Georgia as well under this heat advisory. Temperatures in the mid-90s today, but you throw that humidity in, it could feel like 112 degrees. And I'm here today to tell you that I think, wouldn't be surprised if we get a 115-degree temperature reading, is in the heat index. Y'all, that's extremely dangerous. Be careful if you're outside. Limit your time outside, especially from about noon to about 8 o'clock tonight. Check on the elderly, because they can, my dad is 92 years old, and he lives down in Florida, and he'll walk to Publix. The Publix is like, maybe half a mile away. But he's walking out there in the heat, and he doesn't drink, and I'm always on about drinking water. So it can happen very quickly on you, and you don't even know it. Heat exhaustion or heat stroke. All right, they have some of the similar symptoms, if you will. So be careful for that. Again, this is the heat advisory. It says 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm saying noon to about 8. We're splitting hairs here, but you get the idea here that it certainly can be an issue. All right, so that's for the Charleston area. The same thing goes for, again, the Midlands, but I want to get to this. This is another graphic I want to show you. This is for the chance of severe weather today. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. We have a slight risk of severe weather for a good chunk of the state, basically from Greenville through much of the Midlands. And this takes us all the way to the PD, which would include Darlington, Florence, Conway, Myrtle Beach, and the Grand Strand. The chances of some storms today are moving through. I'll show you that in just a minute. There's a slight chance of a tornado, but I'm not worried about the tornado activity. I'm worried about the possibility maybe of some damaging winds and some heavy rain. I will tell you this much, though. The dynamics with this system that's bringing the chance of severe weather is not widespread. I think it's going to be very isolated. I think some of you won't even see a drop of rain, while others make it a deluge like last night. I mean, y'all know that. Maybe I live out in Batesburg, Leesville. It was just calm as can be, but Columbia in the city was drowning, and we had a severe thunderstorm warning. We had a lot of heavy rain in and around downtown Columbia, and it was sort of that cell that just sat over Columbia, Forest Acres, that produced all that rain. And a lot of us didn't even see a drop. All right. A little bit better chance today for us, majority to a lot of folks, to see some rain, but again, some of us won't. And the chances of severe weather certainly is there. A slight risk is higher than usual. And by the way, it's also rare for us to get into this slight to moderate risk in July. So that tells me that the atmosphere is hot and humid as it's going to be. As this little system dives down towards the south, will trigger off these showers and storms. So I do think we'll have some severe weather. I just don't think as widespread as some of these indications are saying here today. So at least that's some good news. Regardless, I'll keep you updated throughout the day on all this and how this pans out. This is for the upstate. Pretty much shows you the same thing. This area that you see circled here, which is basically Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Lancaster counties, that's where the greatest chance of severe weather is. And I also think I'll move that over to portions of Dillon to Myrtle Beach as well. So those two areas, I think, have the potential of seeing the best chance of severe weather. All right, so let's get to this. Not my black screen, but show you this. I'm going to sort of put this into full screen mode here. And as I do, this is the latest, what we call HRRR weather model. And this is what we call a mesoscale model. This is for all of my weather geek friends. This is for you. And it means that it's over a short period of time. When I talk about the Euro model, you often hear us talk about that, or the GFS, which is the American model. That's more of a synoptic scale, which means that can go over 10 days. A mesoscale is a short period of time. So it sort of laser focuses on what the atmosphere is doing over maybe a 12-hour period, maybe 18, depending upon how far it goes out, but that'd really be about it. This starts at 9 a.m., about an hour ago. So this is fresh off the model oven. Here's 10 a.m., 11 a.m., not much going on. Same thing with noon. It's very hot, very humid. As we go through the day here, you'll notice showers and storms will start to pop. But this won't be till about 8 o'clock. So here comes that system. By about 8 o'clock, there's 9, 10. This is fairly active. So this takes us really into the evening time with the potential of some showers and thunderstorms, some of which have the potential to produce heavy rain, gusty winds, and even damaging winds. So this is not coming from west to east. It's north to south. All right, so here we go through time here. You'll notice this is 11 p.m. Any one of these cells that pop up have the potential to produce severe weather. You'll notice that earlier, let me take it back here, Rock Hill, Spartanburg, this area here, this is 9 p.m. As it sags to the south, the severe threat's pretty much done for the upstate. This is again 11 o'clock, but it's now more towards the Midlands, PD, and the Grand Strand. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. So this tells me this system has enough energy that it doesn't need the sun for energy for help to fire off these storms. This is going to do it on its own, which hence the indication of that slight risk of severe weather. So it's a very complex weather situation, but it's also very confined. That's why as it sags down from North Carolina, as it does so, it will continue to lose intensity. There's 2 a.m. and then boom. Notice Charleston, y'all may not even get anything, and that's 4 o'clock Wednesday morning. So the takeaway today is, one, the heat. It's still hot in the upstate, but the heat advisory for the Midlands, PD, down towards the low country with that heat index near 110 today. And then the chance of severe weather that starts early evening in the upstate, then progresses down to include Columbia, all the way through the PD and the Grand Strand as we get towards late evening. All right. So I'll continue to watch it. We'll post severe weather updates as we go through time here throughout the day and keep you updated with the very latest. Most importantly, though, stay hydrated and stay cool. Try to stay out of the